You're watching episode 57, and you're on approach.
63, climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Tempo 63.
63, contact the New York Center, 128.3.
28 just with 63, good day. Hello, Captain.
On Approach is a flight sim and aviation enthusiast podcast featuring the week's top user-submitted stories and news on the skylounge.tv. One day I'm going to record that so I don't have to say it every single time and worry about messing up. I'm telling you, I'm going to edit it in every time the same.
No, you can't do that. You got to do it live every time.
I'll wear a green. I'll wear a green T-shirt so I can green screen a new shirt every time.
No
one will tell the
you gotta do it
difference.
live every time. Otherwise, it's not organic. You know,
I'll
it's
green
gotta be
screen
organic.
the whole circle. The whole. I'll just hold up. No.
Well, I'll
No
tell
cheating.
you what, you can go on the camera and do blah 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 and just record the audio and stack it on top of it.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
wait.
true.
You could do
Talking
that.
of which, Edson, why don't you have a green screen? Because you seem like the sort of person that would have a green screen, especially on Twitch, sitting in the corner.
I got a nice place,
waving
man.
your arms around.
I got a nice place. I got a photo studio and a lounge, and I'm not ashamed. I'm all right. I'm all right. If I had like
You wouldn't want a green screen, a cockpit behind you or nothing.
So I thought about that, but then I thought it's easy to find cockpit shots. It's hard to find behind the cockpit shots. And
Well, you do it yourself, don't you?
My OCD would say that the viewer has to see the back wall, the door, right?
Well,
Like
you would do it.
the
you
jump
would do
seat
it
and the door.
yourself. You would do it yourself. What you do is you use chase plane to look at the back and you zoom out a bit and you screenshot it.
could
There's
do
your
that.
background.
But that's a lot of work every show, right? Because if I only flew the 7.3, sure, but I fly the 7.3. We fly the, the Waco. We fly all these different ones, and it would just become too much work. Too much work.
What, to flip a file from one file to another one?
Yeah, I don't
It's
like
a
work.
screenshot.
I don't like
Yeah.
work. Now, if Chase Plane would build a tool that could do that, if we could make it a feature, that'd be wonderful.
It won't.
Why not? You don't want a green screen feature in there too? It has everything else. It can make tea in the morning now with the
No, I
latest
want.
update.
I want immersion packs done.
Yeah, we
And
all
those
want
won't
these.
get done if I listen to you.
We all want some immersion packs done.
There you go.
I want chase plane that works properly. Oh,
Well, so you're
It
on
does.
experimental now, right? And no problems now,
yeah,
Sparky? It's been better?
yeah, occasionally
Yeah.
it doesn't pick up the mouse.
That's your
or
mouse.
the keyboard. Or the keyboard.
That's your keyboard.
It's like, you'll scroll through, you obviously got your keys to flip through the views, and it will scroll through the views in chase plane. It just won't change them.
Welcome to FS Dream Team support. That's your mouse and your computer and your installation. Nothing to do with
Exactly.
us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's to do with the connector. It's to do with the connector.
It could have. Are you using that
Just
multi-screen thing?
Sometimes it just doesn't see it.
That's it.
There you go.
Exactly. That's it
The
exactly.
connector. It's badly written.
Yeah.
Dude,
Kevin's been away for 2 weeks. We got to give him some hassle.
he's been away completely. He's like, now he's sitting there like, fuck, should I be doing support emails right now? Because he literally just walked in the door. Like, just walked in after like a week away. He's like, I wonder what's waiting in my inbox. Damn.
There's a lot of
Look
stuff
at
in my
now.
inbox.
Anyways, we've got a pretty decent lineup of news. It's nothing too crazy this week, not like last week. Let's get right into it. But first, we'll thank our contributors. In the #1 spot this week, SSH, ladies and gentlemen, taking the cake by almost 2 times more than a #2 spot. Not almost, yes, 2 times more than a #2 spot. Following SSH, Crazy K in a #2 spot, followed by Mr. Gibbon in #3, Rave Wolf making it up to #4, and look what we have, Miss Ivana
back.
Fly. She's back in the Sky 5 spot. Thank you, contributors. Without you, we've got nothing to talk about. We really do appreciate your stories each and every week. keep feeding the website with discussion topics, news, controversial opinions, whatever you want to do. It's all fair game. We hope to get more inspiring discussion going on here, and we can't do it without your help. So we appreciate it very much, and thank you guys.
We need to knock Ivana back off.
Yeah, we do.
So is Ivana the thumb? Or is she the pinky? Or is she the index?
Of the 5, probably
Yeah.
the pinky. I would say the thumb is the number 1.
Right.
Yeah, but
And then
thumb
number
isn't
2.
a finger, is it?
Well, how do you count? You go number 1, number 2, number 3, number
No, you
4,
go
and 5,
1.
right?
You go
Well,
1,
yeah.
2,
I do
3.
that, yeah. But I've definitely seen people go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When they're counting tens, they'll typically go thumb first.
That's logical, though.
It is logical.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that is the complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right. Well, we want to know how you count in the chat. Tell us in the chat how you count, because now it's a topic. Now it's like, okay, well, somebody's gonna go. I'll tell you how I count, motherfucker. Number 1. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that one. DH106 comment on X-Plane. This one submitted by SSH. He says, greetings to those who love the older jets. Mr. Edson, this just popped up on my radar. Let's hear it, gents. Obviously you want some feedback. Thank you. This says the quote. I've been working like blazes on it, still with nothing to show off because it's a bit like dismantling a car to improve it. And I'm still in the garage with all the oily bits scattered about. Let's head over to the X-Plane forums and have a peek.
There's a lot of geometry in the cockpit. That's for damn sure.
That's a lot of detail, huh?
Yeah.
There is some shots of it on the other link. I love those engines.
That's pretty good now. Yeah.
Starting to get some panels going, man, one by one.
Go to their link, Edson, because they've actually got some renderings.
Oh, I love those renderings. They look like a metal plane I'd have hanging around my house.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Over at
Comet,
Flight Deck
classic.
X.
A Comet.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
That looks good. Yeah.
That's looking good, man. I'm telling you, bro. X-Plane is just, they're popping. They're popping. Look at these panels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're
I was
popping.
thinking 3 to 5 years, but it might be happening sooner.
Right?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. So it seems like it's still going to be quite a while to go.
Oh, they got a lot of work. There's a lot of work.
Some
to be
shiny
done.
screenshots. Low res
Very
only.
early.
Yeah.
So that seems to be 2 variants. Am I right?
Yes, it did say. Does say.
Oh, yeah.
Because the window's not the same. The frame is a bit different.
Yes, it is. It is.
Interesting.
Up here, there's this little kind of nub up here where it raises up, maybe a little more aerodynamic. That's crazy, right? Like if you look at all the intricacies in the web right in here, right at the edge of the windows and how that morphs in, it's a bit different over here.
Yeah, the amount of detail and attention to detail in this thing is unreal. It's very, very precise. It's pretty good.
That's
I like
cool.
it.
That's cool. And yes, I do like the older birds, man. This is the kind of stuff that, you know, on the day that I start to play with some X-Plane, this is the kind of stuff that would get my attention right away. That's for damn sure. Looking good, looking good. Thank you for that story, SSH. Let's see, Cottontails' reaction. Yes. Here, have a Sky 5, man. Let's throw out some Sky 5s. There we go. Another one by SSH. Oh, for crying out loud. Hey guys, I thought this is not a jetway simulator. He's obviously referring to our inside jokes here. But But these screenshots do look promising for OMDB Dubai International on X-Plane now that Aviotek and Orbx have joined forces. Cheers. Let's head straight to the link over at flightdeckx.com.
Jetway simulator.
Except Orbx doesn't do Dubai, do they? So that's not related to Orbx directly.
No, these are just Aviotek. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are just Aviotek.
Well, I'm glad to see that airport coming into fruition. I hope they do the city just like
the whole city. Yeah, it's got to be done, bro. It's got to be done. Yeah. All the crazy islands and it's got to be done.
You can't do Dubai without doing the skyline.
Well,
no.
Really.
That's a lot of damn jetways, bro. You think that's all for one plane? No.
Yeah.
Jetways.
Yeah. What's the max number of jetways that connect to an aircraft?
3.
3
on the 3 on the A3. What's the
A380?
A380, I think. Jetways.
You got 1 on the upper deck and you got 2 on the main deck.
Ah, yeah. That's see
why
the
one
spacer
on the right.
here.
Yeah, look at the legs in front as well. They're much higher.
Oh, right, the legs. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we are gonna have a jetway simulator soon, though, huh? This is kind of crazy. I mean, the level of detail is real nice.
That's pretty good, yeah. I can't wait to see it in sim, though.
I'm still waiting. Well, we was talking about it last week about for people boarding.
Yeah.
And you don't actually. You say you got that jetway there. You don't need to see a person. All you need to see is their silhouette.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Well, I mean, they have to be transparent first, and they don't seem to be transparent there, but it's an early shot, so it might as well be.
Can you imagine just seeing silhouettes of people kind of mingling and walking up and down your jetway? You know, just an immersion thing.
Someone would find a way of replacing that with a silhouette dancer from Las Vegas, I'm sure. Then you pull up to the gate and you just have like... Because I know I would. I mean, nothing like pulling up to the gate and it's just like...
The girl from Tales of the Unexpected doing this.
Exactly. So somebody commented, I believe on the YouTube last week, regarding the kind of people flow, if you will, on the jetway, and they talked about, if I'm not mistaken here, on Orbx airport that in Australia, I think it was, that actually already has a light touch of that in the jetway. So I will look up the information on that and flash it on the screen here on the iCal for where that's at. But yeah, this is definitely looking clean. And again, like Sparky said, that city has to be done, man. The city has to be done. Best PC case for flight sim, the Helicarrier PC. This one submitted by Angeli662. This is crazy, guys. Have you had a peek at this? This is nuts.
Oh my god. What is that?
I do want to take a moment to thank Angeli662 and to congratulate him for jumping into the spotters tier. So as a person that has submitted over 100 threads that were all well formatted and having a reputation of over 150 over the last 60 days, he's made it into the spotters tier, and his submissions now come through without moderation. So there's a level of trust there that's been built to where his scoops come in like this. He's always going to be the first with the scoop. So just keep that in mind as you do submit, that there will be a point where there won't be any moderation on your posts. They'll just basically zip straight through. So thank you and congratulations, Angeli. Yeah, back to the case. This is crazy, huh?
Yes.
I've seen was it a Linus Tech Tip review of a computer case that was a boat,
like an actual boat,
an actual boat shape with different levels, and you build a computer into that. That reminds me of that, but
you don't know what it is at all.
It's sort of a step above.
You don't know what this is at all.
I have no idea.
Me
Right.
either.
Have you heard? Have you seen any of the Marvel films?
Right.
The Iron Man or Justice. You know, any of those films?
Yeah, that reminds me of something. Yeah.
Look on the top. There's the Shield. Agents of Shield. This is the helicarrier from.
Was it in Captain
Man?
America?
Yes, it's been in Captain America. Yeah.
There you go. I know what it is. Yeah. The final fight scene is with that.
Yes, on
ship.
the carrier. That's the one.
So the ends here, the blades, if you will, are fans that are actually intercoolers. There are radiators here. Sorry, radiators, not intercoolers. There are radiators mounted on all four ends there. All the ports are in the back, and there is lighting that goes around the whole edge. These two lines in the center here, these are all water coolant lines that light up. They light up blue. That's all actual water coolant lines for the case. That's externally routed. The planes are also included with this. The planes are also included.
It does actually say on the side there, Agents of Shield. So,
Yeah. So does it fly?
No, it does not. Those
Does it fly?
no.
Then I'm not interested. Then
He wants it hovering off his desk.
I do.
So it straight up took two grown-ass men to lift it up. On Linus Tech Tips'
shit.
review, two grown-ass men to lift this thing up. The runways all light up. It has a touch-sensitive capacitive strip on the front runway to turn it on. So you just swipe. You swipe to turn it on. The plug is in a really weird position. It's at the bottom instead of being at the back. People don't know why it's that way, but it's that way.
It is very cool looking, though, eh?
You have to be
It
a real
is.
nerd to have that, though.
It is. This is that strip.
It's
incredibly nerdy.
I bet
Right
it's
there.
expensive.
Yeah.
It is.
I want to see PMDG doing like a 747 computer case.
So, give it to me. Now that is simply awesome. This is bonkers. This is nuts.
No,
hell no. Oh, hell no. The Giphies have just took off, man. It's actually pretty great to see. It definitely brings a smile. So we did the currency conversion on this. It was in yen, and it came out to be 20,000 US dollars for that case.
Ooh.
So
You have to be a real nerd to have that.
you've got to be a real nerd to have that.
Yeah.
I think that comes with the computer.
Yes, it's everything. It's
fully built. Top
fully
end.
built. It's fully built. So
And top end, I'm assuming it's top end kit.
it's top end, but there were some weird. What's the correct term here? There were weird discrepancies with the description of the hardware inside and what is actually available on the market. Linus Tech Tips did a beautiful report on this in detail with it in front of him in his studio. So if anybody wants to see that, head over to Linus Tech Tips' channel. Great content there, great creator. And he talks about more in detail about that. He's like, this combination of things doesn't even exist. So how can they be offering it? But who knows? Definitely worth having a peek. Thank you, Angeli. Orbx outlines plans for X-Plane 11 in 2018. This one submitted by Crazy K from the Orbx forum. It's happening. It's happening. As you all know, we released MIGS Field for X-Plane 11 yesterday, and it is proving to be a hot seller. Certainly on par, if not better, than small to medium airports for other platforms. So please allow me to say a big thank you to the X-Plane community for embracing the old Orbx kid on the block. And I hope it's met. Oh, the new sorry, I saw the O. the new Orbx kid on the block. It would have been cooler actually if he said the old Orbx kid, because they're I hope it has met your expectations. We don't have delusions of world domination, but we hope to see many other flight sim developers embracing X-Plane moving forward as well.
What a change of mind, eh?
These screenshots are just...
Yeah, man.
God
they really
damn,
are.
Orbx.
They
God
really
damn.
are.
Look at the farmhouse. The
Yeah,
next
man.
one is real. It looks real.
I know. This it's like I don't have anything to say, man. These are fucking gorgeous.
The hole in the roof. Look at the hole in the roof. At the
I have one issue in most screenshots, and I don't know how P3D does it, but the trees, they look like wooden planks.
Yeah,
they do.
They do.
And X-Plane, and I don't know why it doesn't look that way in P3D, and it's convincing in P3D, but on X-Plane, the trees are just, they need
triangles.
Yeah, they need something better for trees, because it doesn't look good. It's my only rant.
This shot here, the only thing that would make me look twice at this is the people.
Yeah,
they look like people. You took those people out, you'd think that was a shot somewhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, the roller coaster tycoon world people in the screenshots aren't selling it. I agree with that. I know some of you are laughing right now at home because it's pretty terrible.
I mean,
but
honestly, if you took
that,
those people out, and somebody said, "Oh, I went to this airport," you'd probably look twice. But you know, the brain immediately when you look at it.
Look at that. That is, this is so good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is so good. Oh.
How's this guy gonna get his car out, man? That sucks for him.
I don't know. He's gonna run his fence down.
Sucks to be that guy.
I mean, they look like London streets. They look like London terrace houses.
You can land with a helicopter there, and it's just it looks fine. It looks good. It's not a pile of dirt.
So they go on to say, you may be wondering about the choice of MIGS field at our debut. And I have to say too, I had seen a lot of X-Plane people questioning why MIGS field first. Like that's not anything to us, right? Because MIGS field was big in the FSX thing, right? Yeah. But it was nothing for like special for the X-Plane world. So they're like, well, why MIGS field as our debut? Anyways, Orbx says the reason is fairly simple. We hired a contractor to port this over a year ago as part of our evaluation of X-Plane 11 and to see what was involved. We then sat on 80% completed work for various reasons, as well as working on enhancements to the existing FSX P3D AFS2 versions to vastly expand the cityscape well into the suburban areas and add a larger photoreal terrain coverage. So basically, we've added the last 20% to make it on par with other platforms and released it. However, we have 2 or 3 more Orbx airport ports coming in short while, and also the new first for X-Plane release, EGCB Barton Manchester Airport by Tony Roblowski. Yes, I said that right. I know I did. Which looks ridiculously stunning, I have to say. So that's cool. We now have a first for X-Plane. Now we have to wait. Damn.
Yeah. But it's
happening.
It's quite fun actually to see that they jumped on board and they ridiculously like changed direction based on what we saw last year, where they categorically refused to work on the platform. It's great to see that, and it's great to see that they started with MIGS field with some photoreal and suburb areas, so that allows them to test multiple technology and how do they cross over between platforms. And so that's very, very promising for future sceneries.
But it's definitely to do with the emergence of X-Plane 11. I don't think if X-Plane 11, if it was still X-Plane 10, I don't think they would touch it.
No, I'm pretty sure about that as well.
Newest config tools for P3D V4 professional airports. This one on behalf of the team at Aerosoft. As this new style of activation of airport add-ons, the addon.xml, will show us some issues on some V4 installations, so we needed to fine-tune this tools at the moment to have a central point to store the newest version and have a better overview for the customers. We list them here for now. So it looks like what they're talking about is the config tool. There's a config tool now that lets you update their professional airports. So as long as there's not a special note related to the updated version, replace the exe file in the main folder of the related add-on by that one in the zip you can download here. If your installed tool has the version number in the headline, your tool is up to date. And they list all of the airports. I wonder if this means that Aerosoft is slowly working towards a centralized distribution point, right? Because you can start with updates, but then you get into just, well, if we can distribute updates from a centralized tool, we can distribute software through a centralized tool.
It would make sense. I mean,
it would be cool.
Most people do it now. Most people do it now. I'd rather just open an app and see what Aerosoft's got on sale. Yeah. And say, well, I've got those airports, but I don't have these ones that have got a shopping basket on them. And I fancy that one. Click. Go to the shop, buy it, instantly downloads to your SIM. Right. You know, I like Orbx do. I mean, that's. I don't want to be hunting around web shops. And
no one does
all the time.
And you know what else? Like, we just talked about this recently, right? The seasons. I mean, we're transitioning from season to season all year round. Are we genuinely remembering to go into each config tool and change the seasons on all our airports?
I know.
No, bro. No. I can't count the number of times I loaded up and it is basically winter somewhere. Yeah, exactly.
Or you've got summer textures winter.
Yeah, welcome back, Kevin. Kevin had an internet crash. We were just talking about the Aerosoft config tool here. It almost sounds like potentially they're building up to having a centralized store or app or tool, config tool, which could be real nice.
That's not surprising.
No, they've got a big library. That sounds kinky. Yeah. They've got a
But it would make sense. Everyone is moving in that direction. And it's absolutely logical. Personally, when we build our products, we decided to make a centralized application. I think we were one of the first ones to do it, actually. I'm actually glad we did that because it's absolutely brilliant. It works so well. When you want to update anything, you want to debug anything, everything is centralized. So I'm actually surprised they have not done that before.
Well, we do know that Orbx. We do know that Aerosoft has already changed their back-end store once, right? So like when you go to, if you're an Aerosoft purchaser, you go to their site, some of your software, if you've been simming for a while, is in the old store. And some of your newer stuff is in the new store. It's very possible, like you're saying, right? Like these are all just little bricks that they're laying out and getting ready for basically a new distribution tool, which would be pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Last but not least, in the top news today, a new download. The Microsoft Flight Icon A5 TSL Repaint is now available thanks to our repainter, Mr. Canuckshaw. This is the A5 icon, and it is a freeware plane that's absolutely gorgeous. It's ported over from Microsoft Flight and now fully working in V4. And the Sky Lounge repaint is ready for it.
And it's fun.
Oh. It's so much fun. There are wheels. It's fully amphibious. No GPS. But a really, really, really fun plane to fly around, man. Really fun plane to fly around. So we invite you all to head over.
I tried repainting, and Edson hated it.
Yeah. It was wild because the paint kit is wild.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy. It's not an easy paint kit.
It's not an easy one.
Not even a paint kit. It's just, yeah.
We invite you all to head over to the skylounge.tv, click the downloads link at the very top, and you'll find this there. It's free for everyone. Go get it. It's time for the clip of the week. And the cool thing about this is that it's not even a flight sim clip. Earlier this week, we had an artist friend of ours stop in and stay with us. She's on tour right now. I think she just left the Los Angeles area. She was here in San Francisco on tour, and you know, we started talking with Mike Garcia here, a guitar player, about streaming on Twitch, and he had heard some things about it, and I said, you know, well, why don't you try it? You know, we've got a beautiful audience that loves music. Why don't you try it? Let's do it. Let's fire it up. So we fired up live here, and what happened next is completely unplanned, and it was just a magical moment. Yeah, let's hit play. So Jessie was in the back getting her hair done. Really cool, man. If you want to see the rest of that, head over to twitch.tv/theskylounge. It's a super clip, man, and a big thanks to Jesse Fry. Yep.
Are you going to put the tour dates in?
Yes. Well, I would say head over to jessifry.com to get that information. She's going all over the place. It's all acoustic as well, so it's really cool. Great artist. Thanks to Jesse, thanks to Mike Garcia, and thanks to our viewers for being super supportive. He had such a great time on the lounge that he took a ton of notes and will be setting up and starting a Twitch channel himself for music. Cool. So
nice,
inspiring, man. We're inspiring, and I love that. I really do. It's time for the speed round. This is worth mentioning. Things we've talked about in the past in detail, product updates, little blurbs worth mentioning. Here we go. Latin VFR KMIA gets an update today. The dynamic lights patch. Coronado, whoa.
Yeah, control and scroll is never a good idea together.
Hold on.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Coronado F50 FSX P3D goes version 1.1. German Airports Stuttgart Professional is now updated to 1.10. Just Flight Cessna 152 is released. It is beautiful. Go and check out the VODs over at the Sky Lounge. Latin Wings Pilots release Almeria, LEAM, for P3D-V4. XN Vero goes 1.08. The Flight 1 Beechcraft Super King Air B200 V2 has now been released. So if you're looking for a King Air that's ridiculously modeled system-wise, that's the one you want. France VFR releases Nantes for X-Plane. Mega Airport Berlin Brandenburg Professional has been released. RC Design Gothenburg Landvetter. ESGG for V4 has been released. Dravitsky Designs Tallinn V2 now released. Hawaii Photoreal Project releases an update called their Creators Update. This is X-Plane specific. SimStarter gets updated to 1.7. Ben Gurion Airport V3 to be coming at some point. That's in Israel. Nice to have another airport out that way, and that's for P3D. Another update from Dravitsky Designs, New York Airports V2, including JFK, LGA, TEB. German airport. Really? One slipped by in duplicate on me again?
Yeah.
And last but not least, Just Flight hiring new developers, and Skyline Simulations also looking for new developers. This is very exciting to see. It says so much about this bubble that we all enjoy as a hobby. This is clear indication that that bubble is expanding. It's growing, right? So Skyline does X-Plane and P3D, Just Flight as well, right? Do the math. Do the math.
It's good.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
1 + 1 = X-Plane.
Ah, we're leaving on that note right there, baby. A big thank you goes out to our supporting patrons. We are not commercially supported by developers or any other commercial entity. This is all by the people for the people. As you know, our website's ad-free, our content ad-free. We want to thank those that make that and keep that possible. Our Gold Club sponsors, our Gold Club patrons, our flight crew patrons, and last but definitely not least, our ground crew patrons. And starting just last week, our Twitch passengers as well. So if you are on Twitch and have Amazon Prime, you're now able to support the channel with your Prime membership also. We thank you for that consideration, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 57. We will see you all next time. Sky 5.
Climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, 63.
453, contact the New York Center, 128.3.
28 for Agent Blue 6, Trigger there.